Good afternoon. Mine's going to be on gun control. Is gun control a good or bad thing? I'm going to tell you that gun control is not a good idea at all. Our government thinks that just because you take away the right to bear arms, that it's going to stop murder, crime, and other things that relate to guns. Our very own president, Mr. President Obama, will always have the Secret Service to protect him, and what will they use to do so? Guns. Does our government think that just by taking away our guns that it's going to prevent these things from happening? The Sandy Hook accident did take place using a gun, but if you take away guns, how are people supposed to prevent things like that from happening? If you really look into it, even if our government took away our guns, that's not going to prevent people from having them. If anything, it's going to motivate them to get them just to go behind the government's back. Our government has a mindset that guns are the cause of every crime that happens, when in reality it's not. Yes, there are people who use guns for wrong reasons. Think about this. Your child is in a separate room and someone breaks into your home with a gun. What are you going to use to stop them? Your bare hands? No, probably not. Weapons are used for home and self-defense when used for the right reasons. There are people who don't use them for those reasons, but that doesn't mean that everyone should suffer from people like that. I personally don't believe in gun control. It's our Second Amendment that we have the right to bear arms, and I support that 100%. Even if our government decides to take away our guns, they're still going to be sold under the table, just like drugs are. Let's go back in time and think about how people in the old days had guns, and there was still murder and crime, but there was also a support for the Second Amendment, and that should still be around today. Yes, there is still going to be crime, and yes, there is still going to be murder, but the government has no right to take away my right to protect my family or myself. For example, last year my neighbor's house was broken into. Had he not had a gun, he could possibly not be here today. That's what motivated me to really look into arguing this topic. My family agrees in the Second Amendment, and my ancestors always had a protective weapon in their house, and I will always have mine too. I would love to see the government rethink what they are trying to do and look into the lives of their fellow Americans. That's why you should not support gun control. Thank you for your time and consideration. Please remember to support our Second Amendment.
Yeah.